The best driver in the paddock can only do so much. And your team, when you got 4 guys against 1, as great as you are and as many races you've won and championship you've won, this is a pretty insurmountable mountain, I think, even when the race started.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. We knew it was going to be tough. The strategy was pretty interesting, I think, across the board with, tires split, 3 of their guys starting on blacks. I think everybody kind of didn't know what or how that was going to play out, but we gave it our all. We didn't make any mistakes. It was pretty. The only thing I wanted to come out of this race was knowing that I gave it 100%, and we definitely did as a team. The 3 just covered us whenever we pit, and unfortunately, it just we couldn't get past him. I tried in 1, overshot in 7, and he got back by. But it's the way it goes, man. Sometimes you can't win him, but I think with the deficit that we know with the aero kit that we've been up against this year, it's definitely makes a pretty exciting time for next year, I think.
I was going to say, a little birdie told me you were really looking forward to 2018.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for the sport. I think taking a bit of downforce away from the car, using the underwing a lot more. The cars are going to be able to race a lot closer, and you don't have the deficiencies in some areas. So I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good for the Rise IndyCar Series, but also good for the fans.
Do you think this year kind of represents to me? We've got the veterans and the champions, and we got Rossi, and we got Newgarden, and we got Pickett, and I got all these kids. Since you've been in IndyCar, this may be as deep as it's ever been.
Yeah, it's always been tough. I think kind of from 2008 onwards, once the two championships merged, I think that's when we've had a lot of depth. But each year, I think the teams get better, the drivers get better. There's no small teams really now, and there's no really lackluster drivers. So it's definitely tough, and it shows. I remember coming in 2003 into the IRL, and you had bad qualifying, you maybe missed a spot or 2. Now you'll lose 8 or 10. So. It makes it tough, man, but I love that part. The competition is fantastic, and that's what really drives me, especially in this sport. The diversity it has across the different tracks, man, it's like no other.
All right, Scott Dixon, hell of a job. We'll see you next winter. Oh, in Indy. He loves Indy. He loves the snow and the ice.
Mexican, right?
And Mexican. If you don't show up for Mexican dinner this year, you're out of the club.
Next Tuesday.
Okay.